All right, let's try to find perimeter of this shape. Now, some of you might be thinking, wait, there's not enough information to figure that out, right? But actually, the first solution here is kind of genius. So, let's start by looking at this side with a length of 14. We're going to move this side somewhere else, like this. Then look at this light blue side. If we move it over here, it fits perfectly. See this yellow arrow and the one below it? They're the same length. That's why we can move this blue side over like this. And by now, you've probably noticed what's going on. When we move these three vertical sides, they line up perfectly to form a rectangle. Now, this rectangle has a height of 21 and a width of 13 plus 14, which makes 27. So the perimeter is 2 times open parenthesis 21 plus 27 close parenthesis is equal to 96. Since the perimeter of this rectangle is the same as the original figure, the answer is 96. Pretty clever, right? Geometry problems can be super easy once you spot the trick. But if you don't notice it, they can feel impossible. But here's the cool part. You can actually solve this even without that genius idea. Let's look at another way. Second way to solve it. The tricky part of this problem is that there are too many unknown sides. But that actually means we can choose any values we like for those sides. And the answer won't change. So I've marked the 4 unknown sides with arrows. If you draw this yourself, you'll notice something interesting. You can change the lengths of those 4 sides freely. As long as the given sides, 21, 13, and 14, stay the same. In other words, there are infinitely many shapes with those 3 side lengths. So we can just pick whatever values are convenient for the unknown sides. Of course, the 3 vertical sides still have to add up to 21. But apart from that, we're free to choose. And what's the easiest number to work with? Yep, 0. So let's set one of those unknown sides to 0 and see what happens. The most confusing side is that horizontal one shown with an arrow, right? Let's make that 0. Now the shape becomes a lot simpler. It turns into a nice, clean L shape. Once you see that, finding the perimeter is easy. We can rearrange it into a rectangle, like this yellow outline here. The perimeter of this new rectangle is the same as the original shape. Its width is 13 plus 14 is equal to 27. Its height is 21. So again, the perimeter is 96. Third way. All right, one more method. This time, no special ideas, just plain algebra. Let's label the unknown sides A, B, C, and D. From the diagram, we know that A plus B plus C equals 21. The top horizontal side can be written in terms of D. Adding 13 and 14 gives a length that's D longer than the top, so the top side is 27D. Now, let's add up all the sides. For the vertical sides, we have 21 plus A plus B plus C. For the horizontal ones, we add 27D, 14, 13, and D. If you look carefully, the D's cancel out, and since A plus B plus C equals 21, the total is, 96. So no matter how you look at it, the perimeter is always 96. And here's the takeaway. Don't give up just because you couldn't come up with a clever idea. Even if that flash of inspiration doesn't hit you, there's always another logical way to solve the problem.